Hey everybody, welcome to Sport Karate Live. I'm here with Drew Beatty tonight, the winner of the Compete Internationals this past weekend. How you doing tonight? Everything good?
Yep, everything's good.
Awesome, awesome. Welcome to the show. Congratulations on winning the event.
Thank you.
Awesome. Hey, so you're from Utah, so you're already on the West Coast,
Yes.
and so this is a tournament that you don't have to fly to because usually you kind of have to fly to most
Yeah.
NASCAR tournament out in the East Coast, right?
hmm Yeah. So I still have to travel kind of far, so it's about like a 7 hour drive. But yeah, I still have to fly, which is nice.
Hey, yeah, that's a good topic in itself. Like when you fly, you get jet lag, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you fly early, but when you're in the car, it's very similar too, right? Especially
hmm
if it's a trip. Do you see it as a similar as flying?
I can't really like discriminate between the two because I have to drive like 3, 4 hours just to get to the airport to fly anywhere. So
Wow,
it's hard. It's really hard to separate the two. Both of them kind of just take it out of you.
wow. So that's crazy. You have to no matter what, you have to drive no matter what.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
For a long time now too, right? When was your first actual tournament? When as a beginner, beginner intermediate belt first. When was the first time you competed?
I think my big first tournament was Pacific Jewel, which was an MBL, and that was in like 2006 when I was like 10 or so.
Yeah, and that was in Utah too, right?
No, that one was in
Salt
Oregon.
or Oregon. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oregon. Okay, so how about all right? So when did you start flying out on the trips, like the plane trips? Like how old were you when you started doing that? Getting on a plane?
Probably, yeah, for that tournament I did, and that was like my first real tournament. And then
Oh
I kind
wow.
of like took like a year, and then I really got into it, and then I was doing all the MBLs and going to Super Grands and stuff like that. So,
Yeah. Hey, so you won to compete tournament this past weekend. It looked like a great event. Was it your first time that you won the overall, or you've won it there before?
yeah, I've won at Compete once before.
Nice. Yeah, that's right. I remember. Yeah, I think I remember a few years ago. Yeah, so this
Yeah,
is a good for you here. Um,
yeah,
you know, you've won multiple overall grand, and it's good to start out the year, and
yeah.
compete one of the first tournaments with it. Now, how are you mentally? Because this sport is very mental. When you win, when you win an overall, right? I was talking to Pablo. He won the men's overall,
hmm
his first time ever, and I was talking to him like, not, how do you feel? And he's like, I want to win another one, and I'm like, yeah, right, but do you feel a little bit of more pressure now that you've won? Now going into it, now how's your state of mind going into the next tournament? Because it goes, when you win a tournament, you're like, yeah, and then you go in more confident, or do you go in with pressure?
I think it's definitely both. There's this pressure because there's a whole bunch of eyes on you, like looking at you, make sure that you're like winning again. But then, yeah, you feel better because you're like, hey, I'm at the top of this right now. So I think it's just both.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, you also had a first at the tournament. You team fought with your mom and
Yes, I did.
fighting. So that was awesome. That must have been an awesome experience. Competing because it was the first time, right?
Yeah, it was really fun. Yeah, I
So
liked it.
nice to do it. What was the talk that said, okay, we're gonna do this?
Well, none of my teammates, unfortunately, they couldn't go. So I was like, hey, why not? You're a good fighter, and it'll just be fun. So it wasn't
Yeah,
anything too
I,
serious.
I think that was a great idea. It was cool because you've seen a lot of sometimes father son compete, right? Like
Mhm.
Gerald, the late, rest in peace, Gerald and Cam compete at the tournament together. But I'm not sure if they team fought together, right? I'm not sure as far as like father and son or mother and daughter team fighting. I think I got to do a poll on that to find out on it. But that was super cool. That was super cool.
Yeah.
And so how about, I know you guys drove 7 hours to the tournament. You have a school. Um, let's mention some. Let's give a shout out to some of the students that competed and did well. Because I know Sunday underbelts compete. So you were there all day Sunday as well. How'd they do?
Yeah, so we have like a pretty small school, and a lot of them travel with us. My like main student, her name is Evangeline, and she's been doing NASCA events, and she's been doing really awesome. Our team did really good on Sunday. The underbelt day at compete is absolutely insane, and there's like 40 people deep in every division,
Oh,
so they did really good.
wow, that's the thing about this tournament. Like some people go Friday and Saturday, like maybe it's not that big of a tournament, but they don't understand that Sunday is like a whole other monster
Oh
that
yeah, it's insane.
yeah, and it's been around for a long time. So shout out to the Jahan Vash family for doing what they do. Hey, so KTOC, right? You guys have a strong women's team, a really strong women's team. So and they're kind of like on the forefront of team fighting. Like you guys were one of the first ones that kind of had that women's team. Impex as well. But now it's
Mm.
becoming a thing where now there's Legend now has a consistent team. Straight up has a consistent. So there's like four or five consistent teams. So how do you feel about that? Like it's a good that it's growing and it's a good thing growing in the sport.
Yeah, I think it's great. It's definitely like way more fun when you show up and there's a bunch of teams to fight. That way you get some more ring time in with people you wouldn't fight in your weight class, and just coming up with different strategies. I think that's really fun, and like all the teams right now, they're just all of them are really good. So it's been fun.
Yeah, I think like as we go along, like before with women, it was more like just two women on two different teams that will pick up.
Yeah.
Now it's like becoming a trend. So and people want that number one spot. Like it's
Mhm.
competitive now. So I see, the more team scouting for women, and it's really exciting. I'm excited to watch. A big part of it has been Maggie Messina, the Female Fighters Matter 2 movement.
Absolutely.
You guys are sponsored by as well, and that's cool. Tell us about how it's been to work with Maggie and Female Fighters Matter 2.
She is just so great. It's been awesome to see over like the past couple of years how much attention has been brought to it and how much improvement has come along from it. And I'm just really appreciative to her and all the people who support her and put it out there. And hopefully we just get some more quality in it.
Yeah, no, it's great, and if you think about it, the equality with women in the sport. It's not just in our sport; it's just in every sport and in a lot of feet.
Yeah.
Now, the awareness is out there. Like I was looking at the women in like other sports, and like I think Serena Williams, right? She's like one of the top earners. Like she's matching up. She's one of the top that make as much as men. So that's good to see. That there's awareness for this, and it's exciting for the up and comers like the juniors. You're starting to see more juniors now than ever because they see a future with the money
Yeah.
given out. So it's really a cool movement for sure. Hey, so now let's get into some topics. You're a great kicker. You have a bunch of little videos like of doing awesome kicks. Like, man, I even want to do a highlight reel of you, like of some of the amazing things that you do. But how do you get your kicks like that? Have you always had kicks like that? Is it natural, or you really had to work hard to get them like that? Of course.
Yeah. So like nothing is natural. Like I'm like not flexible at all. So I spent like a good like 2 to 3 years when I was younger just getting like insanely flexible. And then it's just maintaining it like every single day, and then going to the gym and doing stuff outside, and then obviously just practicing like wall kicks and just doing a whole bunch of kicks, like hundreds a day. And so not
Oh,
natural, just a lot of work.
hundreds of kicks a day, pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, so basically you're training like not like a hard. I mean, forms people they kick really nice and hard, but when you're fighting, those kicks have to make more impact. So they're
Yeah.
a little bit harder. So it's a different way to train them now. Oh, and what I meant by natural is like, so I don't know. I don't know if you guys understand out there. You're watching, or you Drew as well. Sometimes I'll have a white belt that comes to karate, and they just on their first day just split, and I'm like, how do
Oh
you
yeah.
do that? You know what I mean? Like, so on your first
Yeah.
day, you didn't do a split, no?
Oh no. No, definitely not. Yep. It was all just hard work and perseverance.
That's good. So you could get kicks like that and flexibility like that without being naturally flexible like that. So just
Yeah,
everybody, that's good. We got to get you doing some stretching training tips as well. We need to maybe
absolutely.
that, you know, because you throw that leg straight up like a split in the air, you know. But do you feel like that it's harder to be a kicker than a but you do throw hands, but you know your primary weapons are the kicks.
Yeah.
Do you feel it's harder to be a kicker than a blitzer? Take
I
more work.
think in NASCA it's easier somewhat to be a kicker because of the 2 point body kicks.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I think it is a little bit harder to be a kicker because it just takes a little bit more energy maybe to pick up your leg. And just like, especially if you're doing multiple kicks, it is a little bit difficult. But I don't know, it
Yeah.
kind of depends on just the league that you're in and what the rules are.
Yeah, I think because you see, it's mostly a blitzers type of league. You don't
Mhm.
see like a lot of kickers out there, and I just think that the cardio aspect of it too. When you kick, I think
Yeah.
it. I used to be a kicker too when I was, young, skinny, but I remember the cardio was always a thing because you would kick, 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 kick. You
Yeah.
throw so much, and that really wears you out. But of course, the blitzers. Of course, I understand you guys. You guys are not just blitzing; you're bouncing, setting it up, the fakes.
Hmm.
That more amount of energy as well. If you just stand for 2 minutes bouncing and doing the fakes and movement,
Yeah.
that's just tiring as kicking as well. So I guess it depends on the person. Hey,
Hmm.
so uh, I've had a good topic in the last few days about comebacks. Right? I don't know if you if a good question for you. Have you ever been part of a comeback where you've come back from a deficit, or you've seen? If not, maybe you've seen good comeback that you've witnessed.
Um, this weekend, I got myself into a good deficit in the first round of finals, which I don't like to do. I like to keep it like very tight score or like low score. So yeah, that was a little bit of a struggle, and it came back.
You fought Mouse, right, for the overall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. The first round you were down by how much?
I think 4, and then she scored a point like right off, so I was down by 5.
Wow. So going into the second round, but that's pretty cool with the double with the 2 rounds, right, where you get a
Yeah.
chance to for the championships. I think that's a good rule that they make because
Hmm.
you get to adjust, and in that first round you could kind of feel the person out. Now there are some leagues that like Wackos, sometimes there's 2 round, right? I think 2 rounds, or
Yeah.
maybe even open, right? I think is it two rounds per fight, or that's just
I
like
think
in the Wack.
for
Have
for
you been to one of those
division it's 2 rounds, and
division
then
two?
for open weight it's just one.
Wow, yeah, okay. Open and weight is one, but division is 2 rounds. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's how do you like that? Do you like the 2 rounds per fight, or like let's say, would you like that better? It just to be all fights 2 rounds, or you would like every fight 1 round, and then the championship round 2 rounds, which is the way it is now. Which format would you like better?
I like the like 1 round and then the final 2 rounds. I think that's a good format.
Yeah, it is, and it could be time consuming too. If you have
Yeah.
2 rounds per fight, you're gonna be there till like 6 o'clock every day, right? Every tournament or more.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the next event that you're doing?
There is a tournament here in Utah, the Intermountain Karate Challenge, that I will be going to, and
Oh,
then after that, Quebec.
yeah, that's right. You won that tournament, Mike Tobin's event
Yeah.
last year, and it's funny. Jack Felton won the lightweight grand. You guys both won that tournament last year, so it'll be cool if you
Yeah.
guys go back, both defend it, and just keep winning, right?
Oh yeah.
That's what it's all about. Hey, so is there a tournament? Last question for you: is there a tournament that you really want to win that you haven't won yet, but you've won a bunch of overalls already on the circuit? Of course, everybody's goal is like to win every tournament they're at, but is there one that you have in mind that I want that tournament win right there?
Um, I really like Battle of Atlanta. I've won it before, but I'd really like to win it again. But also, there's also like this prestigious Warrior Cup and the Diamond Ring, so that'd be cool to win as well.
Those are cool ones. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Hey, thanks for joining us on the show. And you're awesome. Congratulations again. I'm a big fan, especially I like the kickers. So I'll keep. I love to watch you and keep winning. So thanks for joining us. Thanks
Thank
to everybody
you.
tonight. And we're gonna have another show actually at 9. We're gonna have the post show of the Clearwater Open Karate Championships. Congratulations to everybody that want to compete, and we'll see you soon.